In this video, I explain how I use this combination of credit cards from Bank of America to get a minimum of 2.625% cash back on all transactions and a maximum of 5.25% cash back on the majority of my transactions. And I think it's a powerful combination, particularly if you have the assets to park at Merrill Edge that is owned by Bank of America, and that qualifies you for amplified rewards. And I'll explain kind of the setup of these two cards really quickly. The one that gets you a minimum of 2.625% is this Bank of America Premium Rewards card that has a base rewards of 1.5% on all transactions and 2% for the special categories of travel and dining. If you have 100,000 invested at Merrill, then it amplifies both of those above by 75% to get to 2.625% base, 3.5% travel and dining. What else do you need to know about the card? $95 annual fee, but you get $100 a year airline incidental credit. I found that, and there's plenty of chatter online about buying an American airline gift card, for example, that'll be reimbursed, and also a United travel credit. I just did that a few weeks back and it worked great. So if you can utilize that either United or American airline gift card or sell it, you can recoup that pretty quick. If also you utilize TSA PreCheck or Global Entry, you get one of those every 4 years, which further kind of offsets that cost. No foreign transaction fee, so it's great for traveling. Uncapped rewards, so if you're a huge spender, it's a great all-around card, and it's great for paying taxes with. So I pay property taxes through this card, and I pay some small fee, 2.3%, but I'm making a spread on top of that, plus I'm getting 60 days of float, so it just makes a lot of sense for me to do that. On the Bank of America cash rewards side, these are kind of the baseline rewards as well as the categories of relevance. Again, where it gets interesting is with the 75% bump in rewards. You're looking at an upward limit of 5.25% cash back in the category of your choice. What are the categories of choice? Online, gas, dining, travel, drug, home improvement. The most lucrative of which is online, and let me explain why. Because, of course, if you buy something on Amazon, it's going to classify as online. But if you go to delta.com, buy a plane ticket, that will classify as online. I don't do this often, but if you go to chipotle.com, order a takeout order, that would classify as online because you initiated the transaction online. HomeDepot.com, same deal. Costco, we'll explain that in a little bit, but you can actually use gift cards from Costco purchased online in the store, and you're getting 5.25% cash back at Costco in warehouse. Annual fee zero. The caveat, the huge one, is that these amplified rewards are only good up to $2,500 per quarter in spending, but you can have multiple instances of this card, especially if you have a spouse that's playing the game with you. Then it can essentially be uncapped. Between my wife and I, we have 6 of these cards, and 6 times 2,500 is $15,000 per quarter, $60,000 a year. We're funneling potentially through these cards for 5.25% cash back, and it adds up. What other kind of things have I learned through the years? The tracking of the $2,500 cap is pretty lousy. And again, just to reiterate, that online category is the best. And just to show you kind of how it adds up, this is a query I ran on Personal Capital. I don't recommend the service as far as asset management, but as far as tracking your finances, I find it to be adequate. And I show roughly $4,100 of cash rewards accrued via these credit cards over the past 12 months. It adds up in a big way. And again, this is tax-free because that's what the IRS determined in their kind of infinite wisdom. So this is my Bank of America landing page. Not much going on other than to say that, here's my cancer-branded version of the Bank of America rewards card. Here are my 2 cash rewards cards. They're currently identical. At the time that I opened one happened to be branded with World Wildlife Refuge or something like that. And they've since discontinued that, but they just kind of transitioned me into this baseline card. I have the Premium Rewards card. So again, I have 3 of the cash rewards. So that's up to $7,500 per quarter of spending for myself only. And then with player 2 and my wife, we double that to $15,000 per quarter. What else do I have to show you here on the interface? Importantly, right, I have $100,000 at least parked at Merrill Edge. I'll show you that in a little bit. And then, up here it says, I get a gold star, congratulations, I'm platinum honors. So I guess I feel, really a great sense and pride of that. So let me click on this and show you how it looks. This is kind of my preferred rewards landing page. A bunch of this is nonsensical. This is what you need to know, is that, Bank of America will look at my account balances in that Merrill Edge account, and at least once a year I need to get it above $100,000. With the market decline in 2022, I was kind of at risk of losing this status, or at least the $100,000 status. I recently transferred some assets over there, and then I got back up on the nice list. So that's pretty much it. Here's my Merrill account here. I do hold Vanguard mutual funds here, just VTA SAX. I transfer that from Vanguard itself. I hold a sole share of Berkshire Hathaway for the heck of it. And this is zero maintenance. This is obviously not the ideal place to hold Vanguard mutual funds. Why? Because I don't think you can transact or sell them without incurring an expense. And, so if I were thinking harder about kind of my strategy here, maybe I should have converted this to an ETF prior to reporting them over to Merrill Edge, but I don't care because I'm planning on holding this for decades, and presumably I'm going to be moving this money around a little bit before I'm dead. So I'm not terribly worried about this, the lack of kind of me being able to transact easily. And I don't have much good to say about this brokerage. I don't like this interface. I prefer Fidelity or Vanguard, or I'm sure Schwab. I don't have an account with Schwab, but I'm sure it's better. But it's just me, jumping through the hoop, and that's why. So I have some investments over here to satisfy that demand. So what else do you need to know? I guess the other requirement to be a preferred rewards or platinum honors client is to open up a checking account. I've had this open for 5 or 6 years now, and I consistently hold $0.00 in it. What I do, however, is every month when I redeem my cash rewards cards, I just put the rewards into this checking account, and then I immediately sweep it out of there, into my real checking account in a different institution, or I just invest it straight from there, via my Vanguard account or whatever. So that's what I had to say there. I guess the other kind of little feature that is maybe worth mentioning, I know a lot of credit card companies do this, is they'll give little promotions. And these are the current promotions available to me. If I want 10% off Little Caesars, in addition to any credit card rewards, I click on that, or Burger King or whatever. So periodically I'll, like, for the heck of it, click these things. But I think I've gotten a couple bucks in rewards as a result. I guess $50 over some unknown time period here. So certainly not anything to write home about. But if you're shopping at whatever that is, then I guess it's not bad. All right, so here is, if I dig into the details of, I guess, the cancer version of the card that I own, this is kind of, the rewards tab looks like this. If I go to earned rewards over my last statement, for example, I can look what those rewards are. So I spent $2,500 plus change on a new fridge, and it looks like I earned $131 cash back on that transaction. This is Costco, so we can do the math here. 131.3 divided by 2502.99 gets us to just shy of 5.25% cash back. So why isn't 5.25% exactly? Well, it's because we went $3 over the spending limit for a given quarter. So I earned 5.25% cash back on the first 2,500, and then the ensuing $2.99 reverted to the base of 1.75% cash back. So that 5.245% cash back is going to be a blended average of that 5.25% and the residual 1.75%. So what else can I show you here? You change the category here. So again, I don't find this interface to be particularly helpful. So over the last 3 months, it indeed recognizes that I've spent $2,500 in the category of online shopping. But it's not great for real-time monitoring. So I guess zooming out over the past 12 months, I've spent exclusively on online shopping on that particular card. So again, I find it just a little bit easier to track my my usage of these cards through a combination of personal capital, a pivot table in Excel. It's a 30-second operation, and it just gives clarity on where you are. It is a shame that Bank of America doesn't do a better job telling you where you are, but if you think about it, they have every incentive in the world for you to not be aware of those limits and to blow through them because they don't want to pay the elevator rewards. Yeah, so to close this discussion, I guess I can talk a little bit about this. If you're not buying directly from Costco, for example, then you could, if you wanted to buy in the store, then what could you do? You could buy a Costco gift card called a shop card. They now, as of a couple months back, have this email delivery. And it looks like the max increment as of today is $500. So what do you do if you want to spend $1,000 there? You buy 2 of these, have it emailed to you within 5 to 10 minutes. And then what can you do there? You can either use the digital gift card from your phone directly at the register, or my preferred method is I go to the front counter, say, hey, I'd like a $1,000 physical gift card, and then they scan my QR codes, and the rest is history. Then I'm locked and loaded with the $1,000 gift card. I can use that at the gas station, food court, easily, pharmacy. So anyway, that's my little trick on how I use Bank of America to become slightly wealthier than I would otherwise. It's a really good system. It's the best I'm aware of, and hope that helps.